name is Michelle Goforth, and this is my language and cultural contact presentation for the third presentation. For this week, I decided to watch La Casa de las Flores, which is a Netflix drama about the De la Mora family, who's a very rich family in Mexico. The first week, I learned the words falta de respeto, disrespectful, los obstacles, enterrado, buried, corazón de piedra, stone heart, cegado, blinded, fiel, faithful, trascender, transcend, astudado, afraid, dura negociación, hard bargain, and duplicidad, which is duplicity. Some things I learned about their culture is the importance of faith and how they respect their Catholic faith and Christianity. I thought it was interesting how different the siblings went through the grief of losing their mother. Paulina moved to Madrid to be with her husband and their son, while Elena threw herself into work, and Diego went on to be a father to his ex-girlfriend. And then another thing that I thought was interesting was Paulina's dedication to her family in Mexico, that when the will was read, she moved back and worked relentlessly to try to get the flower shop back, the House of Flowers, back into their family. For the second week, I learned the words indignante, which is outrageous, préstamo, loan, seminario, seminar, duro, harsh, dudas, doubts, difamatorio, slanderous, rebaño, flock, menospreciar, disparage, profanando, defiling, inquieto, restless. Some things I learned about the culture. I thought it was cool how respectful people were about the memory of the dead. One of the people from the House of Flowers, the cabaret, said that she would not come back to the cabaret under the daughter's management without Claudio's permission and respect for Roberta's memory. I thought it was interesting how easily Ernesto became attached to the idea of the Great Coming, this pyramid scheme that he is giving money to just because he thinks it's healing him from the loss of his wife. And then another thing I thought was interesting is how they made fun of Bruno's accent. After only being in Madrid for a short time, he picked this up to make it sound like he was from there, like it was cool. But when he came back to Mexico, everyone thought that was hilarious and would make fun of it. And in the last week, I learned the words aspiraciones, which is aspirations, clarividente, which is clairvoyant, ancla, anchor, dignidad, dignity, compromiso, compromise, imponer, impose, arrastrando, dragging, ceder, budge, inspiración, inspiration, and esenciales, which is essentials. And some things I thought were interesting was, again, the importance of family and finding out the truth of what their mother's days looked like at the end of her life. She moved away to Houston for cancer treatments, and they were very curious about her new, what they thought was her lover, who had ended up going through chemotherapy treatments at the same time, and she had asked him to come back and check on her family after she died. Another thing I thought was interesting is how easily Ernesto was able to rationalize the actions of the cult that he had joined and was giving such large amounts of sums to their cause. They ate his daughter's bunny, and he tried to rationalize it away by saying that it was all okay and that the bunny's life would transcend just as they all will. And I thought that was really interesting, like that there were so many people that do that, and it was a pretty large following that just completely agreed and wrapped their head around that idea. And another thing at the end, Diego tells Paulina that the mom didn't even want them to buy back the House of Flowers because she saw how it tore her family apart, and in the end she wanted her family to care more about each other than they did about status or society and their place in it. So